World leaders at the G7 are expected to talk about the fires as well, destroying the Amazon rainforest. Today, Brazilian officials mobilized 44,000 troops to battle the flames. That's an 85% increase from last year. So far this year, there have been more than 76,000 wildfires across Brazil. Manuel Bojorquez reports tonight from Brasilia, Brazil.
After days of protests in Brazil and around the world, Brazilian officials announced they would send in the military to combat the fires that continue to ravage parts of the Amazon, the so-called lungs of the world, which produce a substantial amount of the oxygen we breathe. This is what the aftermath looks like. Leaders at the G7 meeting in France expressed deep concern, from British Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
You're seeing the loss of habitat, the loss of species. We need to escalate this up the global agenda.
To French President Emmanuel Macron.
The
forest is a treasure of our biodiversity and our climate, thanks to the oxygen that it emits and thanks to the carbon it absorbs, he said. Despite an earlier call from President Trump offering assistance, Brazilian officials said there was no concrete offer of aid from the U.S. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has been loath to let others meddle in Brazilian affairs. But critics say his policies, favoring economic expansion in the Amazon at the cost of environmental protections, are accelerating the destruction. While some fires happen naturally during the dry season, many of these are believed to be caused by farmers clearing land. The Amazon is vital to the fight against climate change, absorbing heat-trapping carbon dioxide. But the more it burns, the more CO2 it puts in the atmosphere. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Brasilia, Brazil.